Dave Ramsey, a businessman, radio show host, and best-selling author, outlines how to capture financial independence in his book, The Total Money Makeover. Today we will be discussing the first two steps of his plan, which are aimed at clearing up money mistakes that you've made in the past and getting you back to square one before you can properly take advantage of your money. Before beginning to invest and making your money work for you, a strong financial foundation should be built. The two steps we will be discussing today will allow you to focus much more efficiently when attempting to take control of your money. In order for these steps to properly work, the respective rules should be followed. The two steps which we're going to talk about today are the baby emergency fund and the debt snowball. The starter emergency fund is not to be spent on food or your phone bill. This fund is specifically in place for emergencies and will protect your control over your money while placing all your focus on repaying debts. It is important to keep the money liquid or easily accessible. For this, I recommend a high-yield savings account or maybe even just keeping the cash on hand. If you do, however, decide to keep the cash handy, put it somewhere where it is not consistently on your mind. Tape it to the bottom of your desk, put it in a shoebox in your closet. It shouldn't be in your sock drawer where you're looking at it constantly day after day. This is just going to motivate you to spend it. Once the money is set aside, it may surprise you how easy it is to avoid spending it. Lastly, and most importantly in this step, if you need to withdraw money from this account for whatever reason, you must replace it before continuing on to the next step and repaying your debts. If your car breaks down and you need to spend $100 on a new part, the account balance must be brought back up to $1,000 before continuing to attack your debts in step 2. Once the starter emergency fund is in place and you are properly protected from future incidents, you should start attacking your debt. Begin by figuring out what debts are currently owed and list them from least to greatest. Mortgage should not be included on the list. This is something bigger that we'll focus on later. Ramsey suggests it's important to start with the smallest debts because it will help you feel like you're advancing on your goal. Repaying these debts below $1,000 can offer more encouragement than repaying a portion of a $10,000 student loan. This will really help motivate you when attacking the larger debts later on. If you can show yourself the success you have worked hard for, it will give you more confidence when attacking larger debts. Once the debts which you are now ready to repay are listed, a budget must be used to determine how much to pay on them a month. The goal here is to reduce expenses as much as possible. Of course, you will still be making the minimum payments on all money owed. However, all extra income left over at the end of the month should go to repaying your debts. In addition to reducing expenses, increasing income will also help you attack the debt faster, but in most cases, the former is much easier as most people live above their means. Hey guys, thanks for watching today. If you like the content, hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment with any questions and let me know any suggestions that you may have in regards to my videos. Knowing the steps that we discussed today is only half the battle. After learning this information, I suggest you first set aside your starter emergency fund. If that $1,000 is not readily available to you, look at your weekly income, write a desired date at which you believe you can obtain that money by, and that's your new goal. Tomorrow's video will be discussing high-yield savings accounts. This is where I suggest you keep that money. It'll give you a little bit of a better return than your traditional savings account, which are advertised in most banks. Once you find your $1,000, start writing down your monthly expenses versus your income. In the coming days, we will be discussing how to track your debts, and I will also be putting together some budget spreadsheets for everyone to take advantage of. If this is something you are interested in, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you know when the budget sheets are available. Thanks again. I hope to speak with you again soon.